Hello and thanks for joining us for the USGNN Monthly Newscast sponsored by US Glass Magazine. I'm Megan Headley.
And I'm Holly Biller.
I've been asked a number of times in 2010 what determines the stories that we follow. We work hard to follow the suggestions and questions from our viewers and readers, as well as tracking the most clicked stories on our USGNN.com daily news service throughout the year. So to end 2010, we're going to offer a look back at the year's top video stories, according to you, our viewers.
Topping the list was our coverage of the Building Envelope Contractors Conference in March. You were curious to learn some of the highlights of that event.
One of the biggest highlights was the number of people we had. Coming into this year, we were concerned about attendance, but we had just over 400 people, and that lasted throughout both days. So having that many people show up in a time when people really had to make a decision whether or not to come showed their level of commitment to the industry.
Next year's BEC will be held March 27th at the Paris, Las Vegas, along with several other notable industry events. We'll have more on that in the months ahead, or you can visit the website on your screen for details.
As much as you wanted to look back at BEC's highlights, you also wanted to learn what attendees saw coming in the year ahead for trends in curtain wall.
The building integrated photovoltaic.
You're seeing a lot of high performance attributes for hurricane impact, for bomb blasts.
Technology will adapt to meet the needs of the performance criteria coming from the codes.
I think BIM's going to revolutionize the business.
We're now waiting to see what 2011 will hold for these trends.
Next on your list was our April newscast, which featured a discussion among top fabricators about the importance of adding value to products.
That the glazing contractor, the value that they can begin to add is that they are oftentimes put under pressure, and today certainly, for budgets, for costs.
Adding value proved to be a reoccurring discussion through 2010 as companies looked to set themselves apart from their competitors.
During our coverage of Glass Tech, you were interested to see the innovative products overseas, but more interested yet to hear what Don Fries had to share about recent developments from C.R. Lawrence.
We bought a company called Vitradoti Supply, and what they do, they supply in Europe all of the glazing supplies that are used throughout Italy and through Africa. And what they had when we purchased the company was the exclusive distributorship for a company called Toyo. And Toyo is a premier producer of glass oil cutting tools.
I believe the interview with Fries was a highlight of the event for U.S. Glass columnist Lyle Hill as well.
Watch for your USGNN newsletter for the top 10 print stories later this month.
Be sure to look for updates on all of these stories and more on our next USGNN newscast in January, when we'll be bringing the news straight to your screen once again.
We want to wish everyone a safe and happy holiday. Thanks for watching.